focus more on Upper Egypt. And still we have over the phone Dr. Youmn Hamaki, Professor of Economics in Shams University. Doctor? Right, the doctor will be back to us. And as I told you, we are talking about decent life projects, and we have many projects taking place talking about this initiative. And as the guest, Dr. Youmn Hamaki, was talking right now, talking about how important it is, we are paving the way or the environment for more productivity. Well, I remember a long time ago we used to talk about how we need this environment, how we need many different things to provide to the Egyptian citizen so as to increase productivity. And we can never do this without taking into consideration human capital in general and all his needs regarding his daily life. Many actually projects took place. We're talking about the Decent Life Initiative. The Egyptian leadership was very keen to take into consideration all what is related to the daily life of the Egyptian citizen. We are talking about medical infrastructure, we are talking about education, we are talking about roads and general or mega project infrastructure taking place all around, having new cities in different governorates in Egypt. And the most important part is that these cities are built up to the latest technological facilities and services required. We're talking about green environment, green energy, talking about green economy as well. So this is of great importance because the idea is not about building the new cities, but who is going to live in these cities. Talking about the human capital again, just giving them all what they need, all the facilities they will need to increase productivity. Dr. Youmn Hamaki is back to us. Hello.
Hello, Nash.
Doctor, I'm talking about, let me describe it like this, that we have some of the characteristics when we talk about or describe Upper Egypt. We have the agriculture, we have the handicrafts. And this is something of great importance. If we are going to take this into consideration, how can we maximize the productivity of these two sectors, talking of course about the industry itself?
Yes, actually, Nashua, we have very good potentialities of handmade, industries in Upper Egypt. A lot of diversified, bases for such handicrafts and handmade. On top of them, carpets and a lot of activities that are quite very professional done, and it could provide more income for, the people that are working on it. But still, the problem about such industries that it needs to be internationalized, which means that we need to, marketing them in a good way. We need to enhance the quality of such products and need to outreach international markets. And I believe that lately we witnessed several marketing companies that are working nowadays to try to help people working there and to market their products. So this could provide income for a large part of society, specifically women actually. And so this is regarding handicraft, but handicraft is not the only industry that can be strengthened and activated in Upper Egypt, because as I mentioned before, we have food industries can play a significant role. We have even, herbs that can be introduced into medicines and medical products and cosmetics. And we have a lot of studies to prove that. The idea is how to start by being, interested in the agriculture sector, to develop the agriculture sector and to develop the cultivation of land according to international standards so that we can get the results, the best results, that we can, move into industrialization according to international standards. All this actually, you can see in Upper Egypt very minimal, investors working in such activities. And from here it comes that the reward, or if you try to evaluate the return or the impact of investing there, our resources, you can find that there is still huge potentialities in order to upgrade existing companies and to introduce new companies to address international markets rather than very local markets in which they cannot find the best results from their efforts. And this is actually what we need to do for Upper Egypt by taking more interest on how to promote potentialities of investment, how to facilitate the environment of investment, how to, encourage youth, graduates from different, faculties, universities, and technical schools even. I know some of the graduates of technical schools nowadays that they manage nowadays to have their own companies, and they made a successful experience, and they are expanding to large extent and exporting even. So you can find a lot of potentialities, but as we mentioned, we should have on top of our priority building human resources. And from here it comes when we evaluate decent life. We are spending nowadays a lot, but the majority of this spending, if you take the percentage of such spending, you are going to find the majority is dedicated again to, infrastructure. We need to redirect our investment into more investment towards building human capital, and Egypt is doing quite well nowadays towards improving the quality of health services provided. And we are about to implement health insurance and to upgrade, the quality of hospitals and medical centers and so on. So within these activities, which it needs time and money actually, we need to concentrate on upgrading the skills so that when you have income in the hand of such of population concentrating on women and youth, you can facilitate this mission, and at the same time you can add to the capacity of the economy and improve the standard of living. So what I am talking about is the cost effectiveness of spending nowadays and our priority.
Right. Dr. Youmn Hamaki, Professor of Economics at Shams University, thank you very much for joining us. Right, moving on to a quick break, then we'll be back.
انا جاي عشان كده.
احنا البيت
ما لبسناش حاجه غير خطومك انت.
البيت كله وجع مننا.
واحنا جايين عشان نعمل كل حاجه.
الله يخليك. صحيح. انت وشك خير علينا والله.